Okay, being goofy because we're getting ready to cover something that's long, kind of boring. Well, it's not boring, it's just a lot of detail. So it's important, but let's jump right in. We're getting ready to go over the different types of pay. I do want to say, if you see this, NKU, an alum, go there, great school, shout out. I swear if I could do those video edits, I'd be like, NKU, not sponsored. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the different types of pay system. So two terms that are absolutely going to show up on the test and you should be familiar with by now if you've been studying for longer than a month. Maybe even less, but is the red circle rate and the green circle rate. So if you are red circle rate, that means that an employee is getting paid more than they should be for their job. I'm putting these in layman's terms, by the way, just know that. And then the green circle is when you're being paid less than you should for the position. So red equals good for employee, bad for organization. Green equals good for organization, bad for employee. Simple, right? Okay, then we're gonna move to the different types of pay systems. There's a whole lot. I mean, this is like 3 pages. We're just gonna fly through. So please rewind, and rewatch if you haven't caught on. These are mostly for me anyway. So yeah, I don't really care, but do what you gotta do to learn. Anyway, so a base pay system is where we're gonna go in, and this is what happens when an organization's ready to, they've decided they're gonna exist and now it's time to pay people. We most all kind of receive this because it's whether it be hourly or salary, but anyway, base pay systems are divided into 2 different types. And this one is the single or flat rate pay system. And in the single or flat rate system, it'll be referred to as single or flat rate system. Each employee, regardless of the seniority that they have, is making the same amount of money as the other employees. So it's most commonly used in elected public sector jobs and in union settings. Then the next type that we're going to go to is the time-based step rate system. I cannot say that fast. So the time-based step rate system bases the employee's pay rate on length of time at the job. Okay, so it goes and it's broken out into 3 different ones. So then in the automatic step rate system, the pay range is divided into several steps, each predetermined range apart at the prescribed time interval. Each employee with the required seniority receives a 1-step pay increase. So that could be your annual review, biannual, quarterly. It just means that you're gonna receive your pay increase at these set times. Then you get your step rate with performance considerations. The step rate with performance consideration system is similar to the automatic system, except that the performance can influence the sizing and timing of the pay increase. Basically meaning your performance increase can just influences it. Just depends on how well you're doing, right? And then the combination of them is the last part of it is the combination step rate and performance system. In the combination and step rate performance system, employees receive a step rate increase up to the established job rate. Above this level, increases are granted only for superior job performance. To work, this system requires a supporting performance appraisal program as well as good communication and understanding by the workers paid under the system. So yeah, so we've got the base pay systems that's broken out into the single or flat rate and the time-based step rate system. So basically increases occur on the predetermined schedule. So time, single or flat, doesn't change. Then we're gonna go to the performance-based merit system. And this is based on an employee's individual job performance, or performance-based pay system is often referred to as merit pay, that's a big word, or pay for performance. In this system, merit pay or pay for performance, okay, in this system, employees are typically hired at or near the minimum for their application pay range. Pay increases are normally awarded on an annual basis. There's a lot more, but remember that, okay, guys? So now we're gonna move on to the productivity-based systems, okay? So we've got the straight piece rate system, which means that an employee receives a base rate of pay and is awarded additional compensation for the amount of output produced. So you could say make $7 an hour. You're probably not, because it's under the federal minimum wage, or is it? I know the answer, but if you don't, go look it up. But anyway, what that means is, like, say you're making $7 an hour, and to make candles, well, you'll make that $7 an hour, and then for every candle you make, you'll make an additional 10 cents. Then you get the differential piece system, and that is employee receives one rate of pay up to the production standard and a higher rate of pay when the standard is exceeded. So you exceed it, you make a little bit more. All right, pretty simple. All right, now, again, I know I'm breezing through this, but there's so many different types. And if I were to go into it as much as I'd like, we'd be here all night. So rewind, reread, or rewatch, do what you gotta do. So moving on to the person-based system. The person-based system is based on the employee's capabilities rather than how the job is performed. The Equal Employment Act, you really need to look this stuff up too, because this is going to be really important when it comes to discriminating and not discriminating, then the laws that can be done between men and women especially. Really pay attention to this, it's very important. So you have your knowledge-based system, which in the knowledge-based system, a person's pay is based on the level of knowledge he or she has in a particular field. This system is often used in learned professions such as lawyers and doctors. So higher degrees, higher knowledge, more money. Okay, then you get you can be doing the same job, just more knowledge, more money. So skill-based systems, and employees paid in the skill-based system are paid for the number and depths of skills that they have that are applicable to their job. Heavy equipment operators are typically paid in this system. It's pretty self-sufficient, okay, or self-descriptive. Competency-based systems, and the competency-based system, pay is linked to the level at which an employee can perform a recognized competency. In HR, a professional with specialty skills in organizational development or labor relations will typically be paid for his or her competency. An example is in organizational development or labor relations in the HR field. Labor relationships, where I want to go into. Okay. Right, not trying to be distracted. Okay, now let's jump into, no, I'm not. I'm gonna make the next video because this is already almost 8 minutes long. That's just too long. So go ahead, probably rewatch this or reread on all of these. We went ahead, we covered red and green circle rate. We did the base pay system, single or flat, time-based, automatic step rate system, step rate with performance consideration, combination, performance-based or merit-based. Better remember those. Straight piece rate system, differential pay rate piece rate system, knowledge-based system, skill-based system, competency-based system, and that's it. That's what we did, okay guys? So I'm getting ready. The next video is gonna be the financial incentives, so stay tuned. You got this as much as I do.